Tuesday tutorials with night music.
Alright, we're going to create a shop. So the first thing we need to create is a shopkeeper. Well, we don't need to create a shopkeeper. I'm just creating a shopkeeper. So let's create a shopkeeper. In your project, you're going to go to Monster Graphic Banks, Monsters, create a monster. This is going to be my NPC shopkeeper. Yeah, he looks like the Grim Reaper. For now, that's the shopkeeper. I gave him a little animation. Just kind of hovers up and down. You're gonna want to give him NPC as the monster flag. Ignore gravity, just in case. Maybe you don't want to ignore gravity, but I'm doing ignore gravity because he's kind of floating a little bit. I put down the action to be stop moving. You can have him facing a certain direction. If you just have a move with no movement, that makes him essentially face that direction. Give him a bounding box. As you see, I gave him a bounding box. It's pretty high up there because he's floating anyways. Once you've created your NPC, you're going to want to go into your monster groups and add them to a monster group or create a new monster group to put them in. Save the monster group. Then what you're going to want to do is go into text, or actually make a HUD text box area. This is my text box area for now. I might change it later, but for now, this is my text box area. Hit the text box set right there after you highlight it. You're going to want to make sure that it fits within this 32 by 32 grid. Then you're going to want to write some text up. So I wrote, "Welcome to the shop." Press A button to buy, because I'm going to have it set when you press the A button, instead of jumping in the shop, it buys the item. And I put that in there. So it does ... and it just says press up on door to exit. So when you get to the warp tile, it's going to look like a door. You press up on it, and it's going to exit. So I'm having him give instructions. You don't have to do that, but that's what I'm doing in this one. So you're going to want to make sure in your folder you have a script. I'm using the default input. If you look, I'm using draw NPC text. So what we have to do is, if you're going to have NPC text, you're going to want to go back, adventure base, inputs. You'll see draw NPC text, adventure base. Copy that to your project folder in your inputs. I just renamed it. I didn't change anything on here. This is the same exact one. All I did was really is just put these comments in here because I was guessing. That's maybe what it does. But this is the default, and for me it's working, so I didn't mess with it. So you're going to your input scripts. You're going to want to add that in your inputs. So you go to your game, your project folder, and then your inputs. And it should be in there. I already have it added. So it's already added. It won't be in there for me now because it's already added. Then you're going to want to go to your game, main game. Press A. Script to run, draw NPC text. Add that script. See that right there? There you go. Alright, so now we have that script added. We have the NPC added. We have the text. To make sure you add the NPC to the screen. And the text should work. Now, the only thing that's a caveat to this is if you're doing the text, as you see, it works. Problem is, if you were to have cycle palettes on, as you see cycle palettes, even if it's not cycling any palettes that you can see on the screen, it's definitely messing with your text on your text box. So you can't have cycling palettes, to my knowledge, on the same screen as text. There might be a fix on the forums, but for now, I'm just not using it. After these videos are complete, if there's any fixes I can find, I'll go through and I'll apply them, and I'll make a little supplemental video with little fixes. So for now, just don't have any palette cycling on those screens. You'll notice I have a screen flag 7 in mine. Screen flag 7 in mine is going to be the shop screen. So no, it's not one of these. It's still the main game, but we put a screen flag up. So if you want to rename your screen flag right now, you can go into your project settings, and your labels right here, rename that screen flag for 7 shop screen. We'll be using that coming up in this video. Alright, so continuing. So for now, we have the character, presses the A button, it says welcome to the shop, press A to buy, up on the door to exit. So this part's done. Now we're going to add a shop tile. If you go to this post, forum topic, you notice T Bizzle was asking about he's trying to create shop tiles, like kind of like in Zelda, where you step over the shop tile and it buys it, or you press an A button or something on the shop tile and it purchases it. So he wants his score to be used as his cash in this game. And so that's how he did it. Now what I did is we updated the HUD elements simultaneously. Dale Coop made the post on that. We did that in the videos before this. So we made sure to update the HUD element, so that works. Now after that, Okay, in his, he does my score plus 1. We can try that in our script, but instead of doing that, I did it so what you do is okay, so you know how when you're making your score, you'll have user variables for my score 10, that's the tens place, my score 100, that's the hundreds place, my score 1,000, that's 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 million. That's a 10 millions place. Um, so you could have up to 99,999,999 potentially, and then it would reset or just max out. You have to put something in there to tell it to stop adding to certain things once you get high enough. Pretty sure with the score there might not be something in there in the default tiles because I'm pretty sure it's just assuming you're never gonna exceed 99,999,999. So with our cash, we're gonna have to be a little more cautious. So you can start these with 0 initial value. So what I did here is I only want my cash to go up to 99, like kind of like the coins in Mario. So for example, I have my cash and my cash 10 because I'm only going up to 99 cash. If you want to go up to 999 cash, you're going to have to do my cash 10, and my cash 100 for the hundreds place. If you want to go up to 9,999, you'd have to do the thousands place too. So for now, a good example would be if you have a cost on something, say the cost is 57, you have 999 max money. You're going to load up that place above the cost to double check. Oh, and you're going to check the max place first. So if you had 1,000, you would do that. Then you do the 100. Then you'd finally get to the 10. But okay, so you're checking the hundreds. If you had 1,000, 1,000 would be enough, so you'd automatically go. Then you check the cash for 100. 100's enough, then you go. But 1,000 would automatically be enough, so that just jumps. Where is it? Check the max place first. Go 100. Yeah, so boy, I'm sorry I wrote this really funny here. I could show you my code. My code's written a lot better than this. This is probably a little more confusing than my code is actually written. Um, so I go in here and you're looking at your tiles. I put it on my ammo tile. So what we're doing here is your normal ammo tile. This is your normal add to ammo on a normal stage tile. We're not making a new tile here. We're actually editing your old tile. So you're taking it and you're comparing if it's a player. If it's a player, okay, we're going to go to is player. But if not, you're jumping to not player, which is nothing. It just ends it. If it's a shop screen flag, so what it's doing is it is the player. Now we're checking that flag. That's that flag 7. Okay? That's the one we labeled. If it's checked, if you are using the flag, then you're using the flag. You go there. If you're not, then you're not in the shop. It's a normal flag. It's not tagged so the tile just does the normal thing. Loads your ammo. Compares it to the number. Normally you'd have a 9 here. I'm only using 5 for max ammo on mine. So it's not that 9 or whatever, you could increase the ammo. If it is, then you don't. It just goes to not player. So it doesn't even change the tile. Oh, wow. Yeah, so I would say it actually should just change this to do this. Increase ammo. Alright. It's not a shop, it loads the ammo, compares it. If it's not maxed out, it increases the ammo. If it is maxed out at that number, then it's not the player. If it increases the ammo, it changes the tile, then it increases your ammo, then it updates the HUD element 707, the 8th HUD element, which is HUD element 7 on here. That HUD element is my ammo. It's got one place. Now, if it's on a shop screen, this is if it's a shop screen, what it's doing is first it checks your gamepad. It asks, are you pressing the A button? If you are pressing the A button, it goes to check if you have enough money. If you're not pressing the A button, it doesn't do anything. Because it's just, you're not buying it. You're just sitting on the tile. It's waiting for you to either buy it, or if you don't have enough money, it doesn't. So right now, if you do press the A button, it checks, do you have enough cash? The tens place. Okay, well, ammo only costs 5. My game, I made ammo cost 5. So it's checking. First, it checks the tens. Yeah, if you even have 1 in your tens place, of course you have enough money because it only costs 5. But if you don't, it's going to check if you have 5. Because now it's checking your single place. And I believe that needs. Now it checks cash. So now it's saying it's loading my cash. Before it had my cash 10, so you can't just keep going and checking. I had to load this in there. So now it's checking my cash. Is my cash 5? If it's 5 or more, it's enough. If it's not enough. If it is enough, change the tile, subtracts from the my cash has 2 places. If yours has 3 or 4 or 5, 6, 7, or 8, you put that in here. My cash is my cash and my cash 10. It has 2 places, the ones and the tens place. If you had my cash 10, my cash 100, then you would put 3 down here. So it's going and checking. You have 2 places in my cash. It's taking 5 from the singles place. Singles is 0. Tens would be 1. That would be 50 if it did that. That's single, that's 5. Then it's updating HUD element 6, which is your cache element, the one that I set up. So if you look, I set up my cache on HUD element 6. You're going to have to go into your HUD elements and pick a HUD element. I pick 6. That's the one it's going to update. That's my cache. I'll put this on here for you too. Next, it loads my ammo. Checks your ammo. I should probably change that to 5. Because down here we're checking 5. I will be including all the scripts in these videos, so don't worry. Scripts will be included. Anyway, okay, so adding value 1. Or you could put down INC, you know what I mean, like this. Instead, I did it this way because I just felt like it. Um, so update the HUD element 7, and that should work. Okay, so now the ammo tile works. We haven't done any other tiles, we're just doing the ammo tile. So you could take this tile, and this can replace your old ammo tile. But what you need to do is you have to go into your scripts for vary jump, or jump through platform, and you're gonna have to add this. All this does is makes it so you don't jump when you're on the shop screen. If you want jumping on your shop screen, you can do it, but when you buy something, you're going to be jumping around. Um, the other thing you might want to do is shoot projectile ammo or any kind of actions to attack. You're going to want to take those off on the shop screen because you don't need to waste ammo or do attacks on the shop screen if you don't want to. So I have that taken out as well. Last, I have changed the jump. Change the jump just changes your action step to jump. So we don't want that action step. Maybe you want to do it something else. Maybe on this screen, when you buy something, the character smiles or does a little dance or something weird. You can do that. But you don't have to. You can just put this in here and it'll completely null that out. So once you null those out, everything should be fine. It'll automatically save it in there because you already have the script saved into your game. So you could test this. Oh, hold on. So in order to test this, you're gonna put your icon that you're using for your ammo purchase. It could be like a gun or something. Then you're gonna want to pick your tile. So it's your normal ammo tile. It's just going to replace your ammo tile, whatever your ammo tile is, your normal pickup tile. You're going to put that down there. So as you see on mine, it's the ammo tile. So with that screen flag checked, you'll notice in here, look at that, it didn't purchase it. You'll notice you don't have any money right now, so it's not going to. Even if you press the A button, it shouldn't purchase it, but look, it did. It messed up your money too, so I gotta double check that. Now I can't purchase it. What I did was I forgot to put a line of code in there. You probably noticed it before. I didn't have this in there. Make sure you have something like that in there. Gotta compare it. Basically, it was asking if it's 0 before. It was comparing it to 0. And then it was just saying, yeah, 0's enough money. And then it just did everything. So let's check this again. This time, to give myself enough money, go to your user variable where you put my cash. This should only cost 5. So let's give ourselves 9. Or how about this? Give yourself 29. My cash 10 and my cash. So my cash 10 had 2, my cash had 9. Now you'll see it's subtracting. 29, now you got 24. Now you got 19. Now you got 14. So basically it's doing that. It's subtracting the value from my cash 5 from the single place. It's updating it. It's checking if your ammo is already 5. It's not doing it. So let's double check that. I forgot to check if my ammo is 5 or more. It subtracted the money, but it didn't update the ammo. So we gotta double check that. So what it's doing is it's subtracting the money and then it's updating the ammo. What we can do is I'd rather do it this way. Sorry about this. Sorry about that. I hate looking over scripts while I'm trying to do a video. I thought I already had this down. Oops, I better fix that. Yeah, I'd written it backwards, so here's the fix. It's got a lot of pluses and jumping, so it loads, compares, and then if it's not, goes to not. I know I could have probably just went not player because it's not that far, but I'd rather be safe to the jump. So then for this jump, instead of just labeling it something, I was lazy and just put two pluses. Whatever. Two pluses works. Jumps to the nearest two pluses. There they are. And then it does the change. Updates the HUD elements. If not enough cache, it jumps to not player. Probably could have put that down here too, like not enough cache. That would work too. Um, yeah, same deal. So anyway, this tile works. I'll show you one more time. Sorry that it was like the end of the test last time. I'm going to include this tile and I'm just going to call this part 1 of the shop. And as you see, because I have 5 ammo, I can't buy that other one. But if I change this, heck, we just comment it out. There's no check. Here, I'll even... Yeah, it's just going to jump to there. Just skip over this. So there, just to show you. There you go. So, this is your check for how much ammo is your max ammo. For mine, it's 5. For yours, you might want to do 9. Okay, well, this is the end of the first part. This is only the first part. I am including this script in with the video. This script for draw NPC text is in your adventure base inputs. It's right there. It's the same script. So I'm not including that. Jump through platform, I can include that. It has this on here. It has all my other stuff that I had on here before. Keep in mind, this is also a reference to an old video before this. This is just an example. You're going to want to do this also to your shoot. And your change. Oh, yeah. Your change the jump. You're going to want to put this in the beginning of your change the jump as well. You cannot put in tiles, you can't put certain jumps to subroutines, JSTs. So we're not doing subroutines or anything in here. We're just literally just doing this. Check the screen flags, check the screen flag, and then check the screen flag. So I'm only including one of these scripts that does this. The other one is your add ammo that I'm going to have with all these checks in here to show you. It's checking for the player. Then it's doing the screen flag, making sure we set up screen flag 7. It's making sure that you're on that. It's checking your gamepad. If you press A button, the A button, it does the thing. It's checking my cache 10. That's a variable I created. These 3 variables are required for this script to work. So make sure that you have these variables. Alright, I'm going to conclude this video. There will be more follow-up parts to this video to create your shop screen. This is only one shop tile, but it should work if you followed all the instructions. Thank you, and I hope you have a great day.